what you find very particular about Apple or about that campaign?
I think if we come from a content marketing perspective, right, as you mentioned before, and I like this idea, this content marketing. To be honest, I think the content approach, for me, I think that's the easiest way to, not easiest, but it's the most value driven way of transferring meaning. I think, right? Content
Right.
is, I mean, content is king. Some people say data is king. Other people say, but anyway, I think that
Yeah.
the content is something that is very important, because that's what drives people to whatever it is that you're driving them to. But in the Apple case, for example, right? I think we had a discussion earlier, and like the new Apple phones, for example, they don't tell you about the technical specifications of the phone, right? They don't tell
Right.
you about how awesome it is. They just give you some
Yeah.
some graphic. It's a very simple sort of a logic. Just to the narrative is very simple. It's just to tell you that the new phone exists, and maybe they'll throw
Right.
in one new thing that is there, maybe a new software, a new whatever. But they don't give you a lot of technical specifications, because that what is engaging their customer, right? And by the way, even if we see the new iPhone 15, there's so many criticisms towards it, right? So many people saying that, also many industry watchers saying that there's nothing new about this phone. It's exactly the same as the previous one, plus a new chip, for
Yeah, it's
example.
there is this always this noise, and that's surprising.
Exactly. And the best part is Apple doesn't seem to care. Apple doesn't
Yeah.
seem to care that you say that their phone is the same, that that I'm sure you saw this some parody videos, no? Where they have the
Right.
same phone, and then people are just getting more and more excited when the new phone comes out, but it's actually exactly the same with a new cover sort of thing. But
Right.
Apple doesn't seem to care. They are marching to their own beat, and because of that, and that's a symptom of, as well as maybe a indication that they understand their consumer very well. They understand their target group very well. They know that they have a certain section of the market. They know that this market can be accessed through maybe the visuals, maybe the design, maybe the sleekness, and this tech stuff and these specifications. Not so important.
Yeah.
This is not the market I'm going for. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to read the brochure, but you're not really my goal, basically, right? And then that's why we
Right.
get people dutifully upgrading their phones every 2 years, regardless of what's in the
Right.
market, right? So I think that's a very good example of engagement and content. Basically, they understand that their content is for this particular audience. They've obviously done it over 15 cycles, so they know exactly. Now it's a science already. It's no longer an art, right? They've figured out the whole thing already. But the point is, they were willing to stick to that perspective. From the first to now, they're sticking to the same sort of narrative.